follow these certain rules. So,
well, why do you think the Democratic Party in the United States, which is clearly more leans toward atheism, why they're so crooked and they cheat all the time? Okay? Why do you think it is the atheist leaders of the 20th century killed unimaginable numbers of millions of people? Because they all believed that God wasn't looking over their shoulder.
yeah.
This lie that atheists tell that of all of the people, all these religious wars, very few, if any, wars were conducted in human history on purely religious grounds. The vast majority of wars have been geopolitical in nature.
I think it's like there's a statistic like 7% of all world wars were religiously motivated.
I don't even think it's that high.
Also, I wanted to point out that I'm pretty sure there's debate on this, but I'm pretty sure Hitler was a Christian. So you pointing out atheist dictators doesn't do much.
I don't know too much about it, but he there was something to do with Christianity in the Nazi Germany.
I'm not an expert on Hitler, but I did read a biography of him, and I did read Mein Kampf a long time ago. And my impression is that he is very much not a Christian. And I'm not just saying that to try to...
If you go to the Wikipedia article on Hitler's religious views, it's very informative. And it's pointed out there that although some of the things that he said lend toward a kind of pantheism, Martin Bormann, one of his closest allies and personal secretaries, was emphatic that Hitler was an atheist. So the point is this: I debated years and years ago.
That's not true.
What's not true?
Hitler brought that up in one of his speeches. I think it's long, but it ends by.
Oh, you
charged.
Hold on a second. So you trust Adolf Hitler in his speeches to be truthful?
Yeah, I take that back. Okay, he could be lying, but there's so much info.
Okay. What was the date of the speech? Was it before he reached absolute power? Because you see, Hitler was trying to appease the masses. Do you know that Barack Obama, when he was running for president in the primaries, in one debate in the primary, he said, I will quote him, he goes, "I pray to Jesus every night." Now, was there anything in Barack Obama's political career to lead us to believe that he was a believer in Jesus Christ?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay, well, okay, so the fact of the matter is that Adolf Hitler
Joe
made
Biden said his favorite verse was John 16:3.
No, that was Al Gore.
Oh, Al Gore, my bad.
Yeah, that was Al Gore. Okay,
Joe Biden probably couldn't even get it out.
Hitler did make some positive statements. Yes. What was I saying? Okay, so Hitler did make certain positive statements about Christianity in his public speeches, but this was for the purposes of gaining more popularity and acceptance of the masses, because Germany did have a lot of religious people in it. But
what does it matter if he was a Christian?
So you're saying this is only before he gave
what it does matter is the point is simply this, is that Hitler, although certain people in the past, even Martin Luther, made terrible statements like about the Jews, Hitler, it wasn't really ever, there's no clear indication that he professed that he was a Christian. And the atheists who say that he was, these people are so sloppy, so careless, it is beyond repulsive how they present this stuff. For example, Christopher Hitchens said that the Third Reich had God on their belt buckle, says God is with us. What he failed to tell people is that motto on the belt buckle went back even long before World War I. Okay?
It's like us having in God we are on our money.
Yeah. So the point is, there's strong indication. Number one, Hitler was not a Christian, even what we would call today a nominal Christian of maybe liberal Protestantism. His some of the things that he said lend more toward pantheism and weirdo occult. Some of his ideology lended toward the occult and pantheism, but Martin Bormann, his personal secretary, was very clear in saying that Hitler was an atheist. Now, here's something you guys probably don't know. and this is a fact of history, it was unveiled in the Nuremberg trials that Hitler and the high people in the Nazi Party had plans ready to destroy all the churches once after the war was over. Okay? So
yeah, I mean, he wasn't a Christian, but he had sympathy towards Christians.
no, he only had sympathy towards certain groups because they would be useful for his consolidation of power or whatever he wanted to effectuate.
I don't know, I'm kind of suspicious of the Nuremberg trials. There's a lot of stuff floating around there of them using torture methods or whatever to get them to say whatever they want. I think that's why Hermann Goring killed himself, because he didn't want to confess.
Oh, please! How old are you? How old are you?
It's just my suspicions, bro.
Okay, yeah. So you must be a teenager. Martin.
I am, yeah.
Hermann Goring was a terrible person. Everyone in the top.
I didn't say he wasn't.
Of the night. No, I'm not suggesting that you did. I'm just saying these people were not tortured. Okay, there was a massive difference between the way the Allied forces regularly, with some exception, treated opposing forces. Now compare that with the Red Army. They were brutal with the people that they captured, especially the German soldiers. Brutal.
Yeah, but there was an actual Allied officer who bragged about it. I think it was American.
Yeah, there might have been some isolated instances. I don't think anybody would dispute that, but there was not an organized program of torture. Anyway,
I mean, it's up for dispute. There's no way to really know.
Anyway, we've seen the fruit of atheism in the 20th century, but the atheists now in the late 20th century and 21st century simply want to deny what happens when people who are rabid atheists get absolute unrestricted power. And you know what Richard Dawkins said? Richard Dawkins says there's no connection between the mass killings with atheism and Stalin, because why would somebody want to kill millions of people just because they lack belief in God?
Yeah, but that's not. It isn't because they lack. It isn't. They don't kill people because they lack belief in God. Because they lack belief in God, they kill people.
No, they believe that people who are atheists believe that the end justifies the means. The only reason why certain atheists in Western civilization or in the United States are not vastly more ruthless is because of the still lingering influence of the Judeo-Christian heritage in North America and in the West.
And because of the Second Amendment, baby.
I'm your biggest fan, Darth. Gotta go.
Okay, well, don't forget to pay your monthly dues to the Darth Dawkins fan club.